Hello, my dear children. Welcome to today's class. So, what are we learning today? Today, we will be diving deep into the world of plants. So, world around us, plants. When we look around, we see so many greenery around us. Green plants, some are small, some are large, some have beautiful flowers in them. We can see insects on them. We eat juicy fruits which come from the trees, and this is how the plants make the world green around us. So shall we understand that what are different plants called? Are they all same or are they different from each other? And if they are different from each other, how do we know? How do we recognize them? Just like we do animals? Alright, so let's start. We see a lot of plants around us. They make our world look beautiful with their greenery. Plants also have flowers which are of different colors and make our surrounding colorful. So plants are mostly green in color, but they have different colored flowers on it. Some has red, some has yellow, some has orange, peach, white, purple, and they look so beautiful. Plants are of different types. Some are very tall and huge, some are very small, and some plants are so small that we cannot even see them with our eyes. And some are such that we cannot even see them. Now, what are the types of plants? According to their size and how strong or weak they are, the plants can be divided into 5 categories. So, the plants which are very huge, which has a very thick stem called bark. What are these kind of plants called? They are called trees. So when we go around and when we see the plants which are very tall, huge, which has dense leaves and their stem is very thick and strong, they are called trees. So big plants that grow very tall are called trees. They have huge stem and a lot of branches. Peepal, banyan, coconut and mango are some examples of trees. So you can see how different trees grow in size. Some are very dense and they are huge. Some are very tall with not very thick leaves, very dense leaves, but they are very tall. And some bear a lot of fruits. The next type of plants are called the shrubs. How do we know that a plant in front of us is a shrub? So shrub are of a little height. They are smaller than the trees. Their branches are not very thick, but still they have woody stem and woody branches. And some of the examples are rose, hibiscus, tulsi. So plants smaller than the trees and of medium size are called shrubs. They have small, thin, but a woody stem. Rose, jasmine, tulsi, etc. are some examples of shrubs. Now, then comes the category of the plants which are very small and have a thin, weak and green stem. They are called herbs. So herbs like mint, coriander, people use it while cooking for very good fragrance, very good aroma. These are called, see, mint and coriander are the shrubs. Okay, so let's read what are herbs. Herbs are very small plants that do not grow much tall. They have thin and weak stems. The stem is soft and can be broken easily. So the stem of the herbs, they are thin, they are weak and they can be broken easily. Mint, coriander, grass, wheat, etc. are examples of some herbs. Alright, so here are the pictures of the shrubs and the herbs. Tulsi and jasmine are the shrubs, mint and coriander are the herbs. So it is misprint in your book. You can just do it herbs. Plants growing along the land are called creepers. So the next type of plants are called creepers. The plants, you must have seen some of the plants that do not grow tall. They just creep around the ground. They crawl around the ground, they grow along the ground. And why can't they grow up? Because they have a very, very weak stem and they usually have big fruits. So that's why they cannot grow up. Even with the help of a support, they cannot grow up. So they grow along the ground only. So they have a very weak stem. Pumpkin, melons, bottle gourds, they are the example of some of the creepers. Now, there are some plants which have a very weak stem and they cannot grow up on their own. They cannot climb up on their own. But if given some kind of support of a stick or some other plant, they can surely climb with the help of some support. And these kind of plants are called climbers. They are called climbers. Plants growing up with help of support are called climbers. They have a weak stem. They cannot stand erect like trees on their own. So what do you mean by standing erect? Means standing straight. So just like trees can stand straight because their stem is so strong, even herbs can stand straight because of their woody stem. Climbers, they cannot stand straight, they can just climb up if given some kind of help, if given some kind of support of a stick. So what are the examples of these kind of plants? Money plant is a climber which is found usually in every Indian household. So money plant is a climber, grapevine is a climber. Bottle gourd is a climber. Grapevine, money plant, pea plant are some of the examples of the climbers. Here are the pictures given of creepers. See, a pumpkin grows on a creeper. That's a big fruit, and even watermelon, it's a big fruit, and it is an example of a creeper. Now, a grapevine and a pea plant looks like this, which grows with the help of some support, and that's why it's a climber. Now, what are the parts of a plant? Maybe the plants are different from each other. Some are trees, some are shrubs, herbs, climbers, or creepers. But every plant has the same parts. What are those? We will learn it with the help of actions. Roots, stem, leaves, flower and fruits. Let's do it once more. Roots, stem, leaves, flower and fruits. Alright, so roots, stem, leaf, flower and fruit. These are the different parts of the plant. And you know what? We eat different parts of the plant in different plants. So in some plants, we eat a leaf of that plant. In some plant, we eat the root of that plant. In some plant, we eat its stem. In some of them, we eat its flower. And in some of them, we eat its fruit. Isn't that interesting? So let's find out that which part of the plant do we eat in different plants. We mostly eat all the parts of the plant in one form or the other. We eat stem, flower, fruit, leaves, seeds, and even roots of the plants. Food from stem. So, plants of which we eat stem. They are potatoes, sugarcane, ginger, lotus stem, etc. The plants of which we eat flower. So food from flowers are cauliflower, broccoli. Okay, so cauliflower, broccoli, they are the fruits of the plant. Then the part which is being eaten as a fruit, they are tomatoes, peppers, eggplant, cucumber, apple, etc. How do we know that these part are the fruits? Because they have seeds inside it. Then food from the seeds. In some of the plants, we eat the seed only. For example, peas, pulses, peanuts, beans, they are all the seeds of the plant. Then food from the roots. In some of the plants, when we eat their roots, such plants are radish, carrot, turnip, etc. Okay, so just look that how do we eat different parts of the plants as vegetables and fruits. Let's write that what is the difference between creepers and climbers. Creepers are the plants with weak stem and they grow along the ground. For example, pumpkin, watermelon, strawberry. Climbers are the plants which also have a weak stem, but they can climb up with the help of support. For example, grapevine, money plant, pea plant. Write two examples each of shrubs and herbs. Shrubs, rose, tulsi, hibiscus. Herbs, mint and coriander. Now, what are the functions of parts of a plant? Now, we know that what are the different parts of the plant. We know that one of the functions of the part of the plant is that they have food in them. But what are the rest of the functions of the parts of the plant? How do they help the plant to grow? Now the roots. Let's start with the roots. What do roots do? Roots absorb the water for the plant from the soil. Why? Because roots are there inside the ground. So they absorb the water in the soil, and then what does root do? Root passes the water to the stem, and then the stem passes the water to all the different parts of the plant. And then the leaves, they are the cook of the plant. They make food for the plant. How do they do that? They do that with the help of sunlight, water, and this process is called photosynthesis. Then what does a fruit do? Fruit has seeds in it, and seeds only they grow into a new plant. So that is why fruits are very important for a plant, because if a plant does not have a fruit, there will be no seeds and then there will be no new plant growing. Alright, so let's read it. Different parts of a plant do different functions. The roots hold the plant upright in the soil. They also take up water and nutrients from the ground to the plant. So how does a plant gets rooted? They are dig in the ground. They are dig in the ground and they are standing just because the roots are holding the soil tight and the plant also. The stem carries water and nutrients to different parts of the plant. So just now, as I told you, that what does root do? First of all, the roots actually hold the plant upright in the on the ground. Then the roots absorb the water from the ground and the nutrients. And what does root do? It passes it on to the stem. And now what is stem doing? Now stem is carrying water upward, and now this water is going in all the different parts of the plant. It is going in the leaf, it is going in the fruit, it is going in the flower of the plant. Okay, so stem carries water and nutrients to the different parts of the plants. What does a leaf do? Leaves are the cooks of the plant. They catch sunlight and air, use water to make food for the plant, and this process is called photosynthesis. Now, photosynthesis is being carried only by the green leaves. The plants having different colors, they do not carry out the process of photosynthesis. The flowers of the plant produce a fruit. How a fruit becomes in a plant? A flower becomes a fruit. Okay? So that is why a plant should have flowers. Why? Because flowers will become fruit. Fruit has seeds, and seeds only become a new plant. The fruits have seeds in them. Seeds produce new plants when sown in the soil. Now, how do plants grow? When in soil, we sow the seeds, we water it. In few days, roots will start appear from that seed. Then after the roots appear, then the stem starts growing. When the stem starts growing, the leaves come on the new plant. And when the leaves come, they start preparing food for the plant. And when they start preparing food for the plant starts growing. Then they bear flowers, and eventually the flowers become fruits. And the seeds of the fruits are being sown again to grow a new plant. And this is the life cycle of the plant. Plants grow from tiny seeds. This seed, when sown in the soil, grows into a big plant. To grow into a big plant, the seeds need certain things. So how does a seed grows into a new plant? It needs soil. Why? Because soil has all the nutrients. Then it needs water, it needs air, it needs sunlight also. Air, water, soil and sunlight, these are the 4 essential things by which a plant can grow. In absence of any one of them, the plant will not be able to grow properly. These things are also important for a plant to grow and remain healthy. We sow a seed in soil and water it in the presence of air and sunlight. The seed begins to grow. The first thing to appear out of the seed are the roots. Baby roots start growing through a baby plant into the soil. This keeps the seed fixed in the soil. Then stem pushes upward from the seed and comes out of the soil. It slowly pushes upward and grows straight. Small leaves start coming out of it. Leaves then start making food for the plant, and the plant starts growing. Flowers and fruits start appearing in the new plant, and more seeds are formed. Alright, is that clear? So here is a beautiful picture of the life cycle of a seed of a plant. So a seed is being sown. When we water it, then roots come out. Slowly the stem pushes out of the soil and the leaves start appearing. Then the leaves start growing and it prepares food for the plant. Further, when the plant grows, it starts having flowers and fruits. The terms, the new words that we learned today: trees, large plants with strong and big stem; shrubs, small plants with weak and woody stem; herbs, small plants with soft and green stem; creepers, plants growing along the land; climbers, plants that need support to grow upwards; photosynthesis, leaves making food with sunlight, air and water. Also remember that plants are all around us. Plants are of different types: trees, shrubs, herbs, creepers and climbers. We eat different parts of the plants in different forms. Plants need air, water, soil and sunlight to grow. Leaves make food for the plant with the help of air, water and sunlight, and this process is called photosynthesis. A plant grows from a small seed sown in the soil. Let's complete this exercise and see what have we learnt in today's lesson. You have to choose the correct option. Plants with wide, tall and strong stems are called trees. They need support to grow and stand. Climbers. The dash is the seed of the plant that we eat as food. Pea plant. This grows on a creeper, watermelon. A plant needs air, water, sunlight and soil to grow. Now let's fill in the blanks. Shrubs have small, weak and woody stem. The process of making food by the green leaves with the help of sunlight and water and air is called photosynthesis. The example of the root of a plant that we eat is radish. Example of a flower that we eat is a cauliflower. Fruits carry the seeds of a plant. Seed grows under the soil as a plant when given water and sunlight. Now you have to match the following pictures with their names. This is a leaf. This is a seed. This is a flower. These are roots and this is a stem. Now you have to answer the following questions in your notebook yourself. We can discuss it here in short. What do plants need to grow and remain healthy? Plants need soil, water, air and sunlight. What are climbers? The weak plants that need support to grow. And two examples of climbers are grapevine and money plant. What is importance of fruits in growing a new plant? Fruits have seeds in them and seeds grow into a new plant. What functions do roots and stem perform in a plant? Roots hold the plant upright, also absorb nutrients and water from the soil, and it passes water and nutrients to the stem. Stem further it transports all the nutrients and the water to different parts of the plant. How does a seed grow into a new plant? When a seed is sown into the soil and with the help of air, water, the seeds develop roots. Slowly it develops stem. Then the leaves come. Leaves cook food for the plant, and then when the plant starts growing up, it bears flowers and fruits. Now these are some fun-based questions that you can do yourself with your family, with your friends, and have fun with the chapter. Now there are various food items given and you have to identify that which part of the plant is this. So this is a carrot, that's a root. Radish is also a root. Potato is a stem and cucumber is a fruit. Now, you can visit a plant nursery around your house with the help of a helper or with your parents, and there you can ask the owner that what are the 5 plants does they have which have saplings. They are selling the saplings. Please find out the names of those saplings. Also, you can ask them that which plants are used for grafting and which plants they are selling the seeds of. Okay, which seeds they are selling off and which plant will grow from that seed. Now there are few pictures given over here. You have to find out the stages of growing of a plant. So like first one, a child is sowing a seed in the soil and then the roots will appear. Slowly the leaves will start coming and the roots will start becoming dense, and then more leaves, the buds start coming, And finally, the flowers and the fruits start appearing and it becomes the fully grown plant. That's all for today in this chapter. I hope you have learned a lot more things about the types of plants, their uses, and the parts we eat in a plant. Keep learning, keep shining. Bye bye.